All right, Morgan Journal. Super far behind. Quite a few things before I get into it. One is I'm behind because I've just been, I don't know if I want to say busy, but like I've had Morgan for 2 weeks, 2 weekends in a row, which isn't a problem. That's cool. But I usually make these Morgan Journals on on the weekend. I aim for Saturday, but it usually doesn't happen until Sunday. Well, if she's with me 2 weekends in a row, that means I'm not doing it for 2 weekends in a row. I mean, even now, today is Tuesday night, so technically I'm on the start of week 4 that I'm behind on now. So yeah, and the reason for that is because I was gonna make the video yesterday, but I had a video that I was behind on that I had to get pumped out before I could even do this one, because my phone only has so much memory, so I need to make sure I had enough memory cleared, so I had to get the video done, get it uploaded, then I could delete it off my phone. So yeah. So that's why I didn't do this yesterday, because that video took me forever. That was my Jimmy Kimmel Biden interview part 3. It was already recorded, but all the edits I had to do took me forever. I was working on that literally all night. I think I was working on it from like 7 p.m. until 11 or so. And that was part 3 of editing it. I had edited it previously a little bit as well. About half the video was already done, and it still took me 4 hours to edit the last half, so it's just so yeah, here I am now. But yeah, the other thing is, I guess you can't really tell, but if I start sweating or look a little sweaty or whatever, it's because it is a little hot in here. I mean, I have a clock with a thermometer on it, and it's reading about, it looks like it says a little over 80, maybe like 83. So it's not crazy hot in here, but at the same time, it's not like comfortable either. It's pretty warm. Big reason for that is I haven't put the AC in my window yet, but I don't really need it. Like, I have the fan going in my bedroom right now. My bedroom feels perfectly fine. It's just in here, it's all stuffy. I mean, I got a tiny living room to begin with. There's no windows. The only option is my door, but I keep the door shut because, there's a lot of neighbors around, and I don't want them to hear me while I'm trying to make this. I mean, yeah, I guess I make this and put it out in the public, but if people click on this and listen to this, it's on their own time and their own privacy, not me actively making it. I don't know, it just makes me feel weird. I don't want people to hear me in the moment. So yeah, that doesn't help either, having the door shut. So if there's a breeze, I'm not getting it. But anyways, I'm already way behind, so let's get into this. For starters, well, I guess not starters, I already did the starters. So for seconders, what I'm going to do is go backwards. Like every day it'll be backwards. So I'm actually going to start with today. I wasn't going to start with today because I figured today's a new week. I might as well just do Tuesday, Thursday on its own thing. But I'm like, you know what? I'm already here. Screw it. I'm this far behind to begin with. I might as well just get this day done as well. That way then I don't get more behind and then have to try to remember today as well. So, yeah. I'm going to start with today, just go backwards. I'm sure the further back I go, like 3 weeks ago, I can't remember what we did. Actually, I mildly can, but like the details are getting hazy at this point, so we'll just, I'll just go backwards there. Then the fresher stuff I can at least properly talk about. And then whatever I forget, well, that's just the day that we had fun together, and it's not documented. It's a anonymous day together. The irony also, before I get into it, is I make these videos because I feel like the videos are easier and more efficient than when I used to write. I used to write the Morgan Journal. I think the very first Morgan Journal that I put on here on YouTube, I showed you my book that I have that I used to write in. And that just took forever. It'd be like an hour just to do a day's worth of, writing what we did and stuff. So now I do the videos because I feel like this is easier and faster. But then look, I'm way behind. I wasn't ever way behind when I was writing, at least. Like, go figure. It took a lot of time, but I was on time. Now I'm way behind, and it's no better. I do hate this, though. I've said this a million times. Like, I don't want to be this behind. I almost want to do these videos, like, daily. I just don't want to upload a million Morgan Journals because, nobody listens to them, so it's pointless. But at least then I can capture all the details. Make a full video of each day instead of like a recap a week later. But then it's just tons of stuff happens. I get busy, this happens, that happens, another thing happens. And then next thing you know, it's a month, and I'm like, geez, I haven't done a Morgan Journal. anyways, let's just get into it. So today is Tuesday, July 19th. So I got there I think I got there like right at 4:30 to pick her up. Her mom makes them do homework over the summer. They got like those workbooks and stuff, so she was like finishing up her homework when I got there. And then let me back up a little bit more. So she's been snippy with her mom about it. Like, her mom's complaining about correcting and stuff. She's like, well, if you didn't make us do this, you wouldn't have to do that either. And like, they're just mildly getting bickery with each other, her and her mom. And then when we left, she was all cranky at her mom, like she's just running away from the door to get to my car just to get away from her mom. Anyways, then we went to Cumbies. Typically when we go to Cumbies, actually, the one near her mom, like, we walk in and we always crack a left and go down to the coolers. And it's just what we do. I mean, typically when we go there, it's because she has some kind of sport, so we're just going to get a Gatorade for her. But I'm a little bit broke right now, so I'm thirsty. I want a drink. It's hot out, but I didn't have money for a cooler drink. You know, that's $2 something for a stupid bottle of soda. So I went to the vending machines, which are straight ahead. And, well, not vending machine, you know what I mean, the fountain. And anyways, it threw her off because she turns and then she comes over to me and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just getting a drink over here. What are you doing? If you want something out of the cooler, go. Like, yeah, like I said, I'm broke, but I still have about $10 on me. Like, you can get something out of the cooler. I'm not going to, but you can. But anyway, she ended up getting a slushie. So, and actually, I think was a first for us too, at least together. Maybe she's gotten slushies there with her mom before or something, but for us, I know I've never gotten a drink out of their fountain, and I don't think she's ever gotten one either. Like I said, typically when we go, it's for her to get a Gatorade for soccer or something, so I'm pretty sure that was a first for her as well. One thing I will say though, their fountain soda was actually better than the one near where I live, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the water, I don't know if it's the straws or something, but it's not as good over here. That one was pretty good. I got a Mountain Dew, and that was a crisp Mountain Dew. Like, that was almost like bottle quality out of their fountain. I was like, took a sip, and I'm like, ooh, this is good, actually. Like, I'm used to how the one over here tastes. Like, it's okay. It's Mountain Dew. You know what I mean? It's like getting a Mountain Lightning or something. What is that? Walmart's brand of Mountain Dew? You know, it gets you the idea. Okay, yeah, I understand you're trying to copy Mountain Dew, but it's not the same. That one was actually Mountain Dew. It was pretty good. But anyway, after that, we went to... Where did we go? Oh, yeah, we just came... Did we go straight home? I thought we made one other pit stop. No, maybe we came straight home. We came straight home. Oh, did we? We got back here. Oh, yeah, maybe we did. I mean, I don't have money to do anything else. So we came straight home, and then I just came upstairs, you know, used the bathroom, got changed into, well, this nonsense. Gray shorts, and this was what I wore underneath my work clothes. I didn't wear this out. I put a black t-shirt on over it, but I still kept this on. And then we went out to do trash money. So trash money is just, you know, returnables. We just call it trash money because that's one of the phrases from when she was a kid. Well, I mean, she still is. She's not even 10 yet, but you know what I mean? Like little kid, when they don't understand, so you just use words that work for them. So we called it trash money. Just like there was this store that used to be around where I am. It's a mom and pop, like, nerd store, if you will. She used to specialize in DVDs, video games, and, like, collectible things. And, we called it Kitty Store, though, because she used to bring her cat to work. Actually, I think it got to the point where she just left the cat there, and basically her business was the cat's home. I think at night, the back room had like a bed and food and all that for the cat, so the cat ended up living there. But at first, I'm pretty sure she took it back and forth from home to work every day. So anyways, we called it Kitty Store because there was the kitty there, and she was little. Like I said, she was 2, 3, 4 years old when we used to go there. And so, you know, little kid sees the cat, ooh, kitty. So I'd call it Kitty Store, then she knew what I meant. If I said the real name, she wouldn't know what I meant. The store was called Bottomless Pit of Treasure, or BPAW, we used to call it for short. Because I think that was her email too. It was like bpaw@google.com or something. So, you know, you can't tell a 3-year-old we're going to go to BPAW. What's that? Kitty Store. Oh, okay. Anyways, the reason we don't go there anymore is because, one, I don't even know if she's in business anymore. Last I knew, she went somewhere kind of far, and I'm not going to travel all the way down there just to go to her store. It was a cool store, but it's not that cool. Like, I can just stick with my local GameStop. Close enough, good enough, you know? But anyways, actually, speaking of this place, not to go on a weird tangent, but she had it going good for herself at one point. She got into this location that was like a good-sized store for her. That was probably the biggest that she ever had. And she had the place next door, which had an arcade in it and everything. Like, I think she even had availability to, like, throw birthday parties there if you want. And I don't know what happened. She built that all up. I remember when she was getting the arcades in there and stuff. Like, she was buying, I don't know what she was buying them from, but she was getting a lot of them, and she had people in there fixing them up, because I think she got ones that were, like, damaged and busted. So she was getting them for cheap. But then she'd have people in there fixing them up, and, like, she had a cool little arcade. It was decent. I forget how the games worked, though. Did you have to have special currency from her? Or did you just put money? Oh, no, I think I used quarters. Yeah, I remember now, because there used to be a racing game that me and Morgan would play all the time. And, I remember sitting on my bag of quarters all the time. It was mildly uncomfortable. But I never knew where else to put them, so I just kept it in my pocket. But yeah, it was pretty good what she had going. And then, like, I don't know, she just closed up. I don't know if she... from what I last heard, she was complaining that the rent for the arcade with the rent for the store was getting to be too much for her. Like, the arcade wasn't making enough money or whatever to cover the cover the rent. But I don't know, I feel like there's options that she could have done. She did have a good arcade. It was pretty cool. She just needed to, I don't know, promote it more or something. She could have made, like, I don't know, promos or something. Done something to make it attractive to get more people in. And then she probably could have done better, but instead she just let it go. I don't even know what happened with those arcades. They're in storage, or she sold them or something. I don't know. And yeah, then I knew she went down to a town, a few towns down actually, in another state too. And like, the place she was in there was hidden. You know, it was literally like in the back of another place, and like, nobody's gonna know about it. Yeah, she had a sign out by the road, but it was kind of small. It's like you had to be looking for it to see it, and so that place failed, that location. Then she came back closer, but again, she was like in a little crappy area. She was kind of tucked in a corner. It was right off the highway, so in theory it was in a good spot, but like, it was hidden. It was part of something larger. There was like a much larger business on the right side of her, and then she was like the small side on the left. It was almost like if this was a house, she was like the garage, and the other business was the house. Like, nobody was paying attention to her side, so then it closed down again. And that place was actually really small too. Like, you'd walk in and she had all her stuff set up, but it was like, if there was anybody else in there, like, you almost had to like wait for them to leave or something, because there was just no room. You couldn't fit down the aisles with two people. So I don't know. It was a cool store while it was around, but who knows what she's up to now? Who knows where she even is now? I don't know. Anyways, though, back to Tuesday. So we did trash money because I had a lot. That's due to some friends giving me some cans and such. My own stash that built up. And at my job, they saved some bottles and stuff for me. So I had quite a bit. And where I put them is, I don't know, there's a weird little there's all kinds of weird cubby holes in my apartment. There's one in my living room where I set up an office. Can you see it? Where's the camera looking? See that weird little cubby over there? Like, that's just a weird little cubby space. And I don't know what the point of it is. It's in my living room. There's no point to it. It's weird. So I just turned it into an office. It's small, kind of tight, but it works. And then I got another space like that in my kitchen next to my sink. Here's a wall over here. Here's my sink over here. There's a wall over here, like my door, like the hallway door of my sink. And then it dents out. And it's like, I don't know what that's for. So what I do over there is I store my air conditioners over there. And that's where I put my cans. So anyways, that area was pretty jam-packed with all these bags I had full of cans. So we had to go. I didn't want to. I was really thinking about going swimming because it was hot today, and I was like, man, swimming would be so much more attractive right now. It would be, it'd feel good. It would be relaxing. But I was like, I really got to do these cans. Like, it's a mess. I need to clean this up because this week also, in particular, is supposed to be pretty brutal. I hear they said the humidity is supposed to start going up crazy. Today's supposed to be part of that, but it's really not too bad yet. Like I said, I don't have the AC in yet. I have a fan in. Even right now, it's 80-something. I got the door shut. It's 80-something. I'm okay. I'm not even really that sweaty yet. But I hear tomorrow is when it's really supposed to get crazy. There was even a heat advisory warning thing on my computer talking about tomorrow's weather from like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's supposed to be, like high of 99 or something, 93, I think, with like super high humidity. So yeah, I'm thinking, well, maybe tomorrow will be an AC day. And then I also hear Thursday is supposed to be brutal and Friday. But then the humidity, at least, is supposed to break by the weekend. It'll still be high temperatures on the weekend, but at least it won't be humid. It'll be more of like a drier heat. I doubt it'll be a dry heat, because around here it's never dry heat. But at least if humidity levels are, say, like 90% over the next few days, maybe the weekend is like 50, so it won't feel so bad. But anyways, so I thought, well, if I need to get the AC out and get it put in because it is brutal, I can't have all these bags and stuff in my way. I mean, it's a pain in the dick as it is to get the AC out. It's too tight over there, and I have the thing on the floor, and it's just very awkward and uncomfortable. So I don't need bags in my way. I mean, obviously I'd move them, but that's just more unnecessary obstacles. By the way, before I keep continuing on, because I know there's going to be a lot to say, I've been coughing a little bit in this video, and the reason for that is heartburn. I have heartburn all the fucking time, and it's annoying. So, yeah, that's what I'm coughing for. I'm not sick or anything. Not like it matters. This is a video. I'm literally talking to myself. But I'm just saying, like, it's heartburn. It's annoying. I hate it. Anyways, carrying on. So yeah, that's what we did, trash money. And what did we get? We got $880 back. And of course, every time I get there, there's always people there. Like, I go to Price Dropper, and there's always people there before me, and then I have to wait. And I'm like, God damn, I need to figure out somewhere else that I can go, that I can just go and not have to wait for people. I'm not trying to complain about them that they're there. We all have the same idea. We're just trying to do our returnables. But it's just annoying that every time I gotta stand there and wait. There was a girl that was kind of hustling. Well, I say girl, more like woman, that was kind of hustling. But she had a lot. And then there was a guy who had a little bit, but like he was kind of weird. He was like swearing over there and getting all frustrated and just kind of going slow. And it was like, ugh. And the worst part was the guy just barely beat us. I mean, he literally walked in the door right in front of me. And I'm like, dang, man. Not like he cut me off. I'm just saying, like, I was right behind him. So he just barely beat me. So if it was us 2 seconds before him, then at least I could have got in and I could have started doing my returnables instead of waiting for him. Or, well, actually, she finished first. Actually, I think those two finished at the same time. But, yeah. So, and then when we were doing the returnables, so Morgan likes to help. And it's more helpful, or handy, I should say, when there's a couple bins. That way then we can kind of do them at the same time and really bang through them. But the other bin was full. I think it was beeping, waiting for the tenant to come to clean it out. So we really only had the one that I was at. And like Morgan would help, but she was so slow. She'd grab two and then just slowly put them in. Either that, or she would like rush them, and then the machine would be like, whoa, 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 slow down. I didn't even see the first one yet. And it was like, oh my word, kid, you're holding me up. It makes a beep noise when it read the label. As soon as it makes the beep, you can put the next can in and it'll go. And like, I would do like 8 or 10 to her too. It was like, I was thinking of telling her, like, just don't help me right now. Let me just do this because you're not really helping, you're hindering. But I was like, no, because I save trash money on purpose for when she's with me. Because one, the whole intent is that the money is supposed to be for her anyways. And two, it's something that I think she kind of likes doing. So that's why I do it with her. But I'm like, oh my word, she's just slowing me down. Like, I'm whipping along, boop, boop, and then she goes, boop, boop. And it's like, oh my god, kid, I could have did like 4 or 5 in that time. I don't want to be here all day. I'm trying to bang this out. Well, yeah, the other thing I was thinking too while I was there doing returnables that was kind of funny was, obviously I'm in Price Dropper and it's all air conditioned, but like they got the huge windows, especially by the returnables area, and the sun is coming in, and like the sun is making me hot. I'm starting to sweat because the sun is baking on me while I'm standing there waiting to use the returnable machines, but at the same time, it's all air conditioned in there. So it was a very weird contradiction going on. I'm feeling cool and comfortable, but at the same time, I'm getting hot and sweaty. It was very weird. And then I started to, branch off from what I was thinking about, and I'm like, imagine having a house, you have central air, but you got giant windows, and you're just kind of sitting there watching TV, and the sun's baking on you. On one hand, you feel good because you're central air, but then on the other hand, you're all sweaty and hot because of the sun that's baking on you because you're giant windows. Anyways, after returnables, I asked her, so I didn't really have much money on me, but when we did that, I had $8.80. So I was like, do you want to get Chinese, some rice from the Chinese place, or do you want me to go home and just, whip up a can of Chef Boyardee for you? I don't have much food here. It's not, for some reason, since Memorial Day weekend, I've been broke. I don't know what's going on. I haven't been spending my money stupidly. I don't know what's happening. I never have any money. Every week, I'm dead broke. I had money 1 week. That was the week that we went to do the strawberry picking. And other than that, I've been broke. And I'm like, what the F is happening? My pay hasn't changed. Actually, if anything, it changed for the better. Because when minimum wage went up, the people at my company that are salary, including myself, we got a boost in our pay as well. So I'm like, I actually have more money now. Like, why am I struggling? I don't get this. I get it. You could say, well, gas prices are high. But, like, fundamentally, the gas isn't really breaking my bank that much. I don't drive that much. I have a very tiny engine, worthless car. Like, it's not using gas that much. I used to put in 30 and it filled my tank. Now I'm putting in 40 and I get about 3/4. So yeah, there is a huge difference there. But like, fundamentally from what I'm paying, it's only $10 more. Like, that's not breaking me. So I'm like, what is happening? I don't understand why I'm so broke all the time. But anyways, now that we have this trash money, I have $8, and I think rice at the Chinese place, like if I get a small one, it's like $6.99 or something. So I'm like, okay, after tax, $8.80 is plenty enough. If I really wanted to, I could even leave them a tip. I wouldn't, because that's my trash money. Like, that's my money, dang it, I need that. But still, you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, and I don't really have food at home because, like I said, I've been broke all the time. I don't have money to buy food, which is ridiculous, but... So, yeah, I ended up, she said, I don't care, so I was just thinking about it. I'm like, screw it. I'll just, we'll just go home. That stuff that's home is already home, so... And I was thinking, for me, I have leftovers I need to eat. Not that I could get anything from the Chinese place. Like, it would have literally just been something for her, and I would have eaten my leftovers anyways. But I thought, man, I gotta go home and eat my stuff, so I'll just make her a can of Chef Boyardee while we're there. Yeah, so after we got back home and we were eating, we also watched a movie. I had a lot of movies that I wanted to watch recently, so let me back up a little bit. Recently, she's been having me pick the movies. All along, I've always had her pick the movie that she wants to watch, but now she's switched the roles, and now it's me. I have to choose. So, I had a few options. I've been thinking about seeing if she has Rugrats All Grown Up. I never saw that when I was a kid, and so I was thinking that I wanted to see that one. I don't know if she has it, though, so I was going to have to look. And then there was another one that I was thinking about watching, but then I ended up forgetting it. All I know is, Rugrats is like cartoon drawn animation, where the other one that I was thinking of was CG, but I can't remember what it was. So I'm like, well, so much for that. And then, anyways, though, we've been watching 101 Dalmatians and such, and Cruella and all that, so I was like, maybe we could watch 102 Dalmatians. But then I couldn't find 102 Dalmatians. I mean, not that I couldn't find it. I was looking in the wrong area. She has a lot of movies, okay? She's got 2 shelf things in my living room of movies. She has a shelf in my bedroom that's all her movies. And she's got shelves in her bedroom of movies. Like, there's a lot. I've bought her a lot of movies over the years. Plus a lot of movies that I had before she was even born that were like kid movies I just gave to her. Like, for an example, B-Movie. That used to be in my collection before she existed. But then after she was born, I gave that into her collection, and so it's her movie now. Or The Ant Bully. That was another one that used to be mine, but now it's hers. So, there's a lot between movies that came out before she existed, and then all the ones that have come out since she's existed. So anyways, though, when I was trying to find 102 Dalmatians, I ended up finding another one, and I thought, maybe we can watch this. So what I chose was Hoodwinked. I don't know if you ever saw that, but it's kind of like a crime movie, but with fairy tales and stuff, and it's not bad. The animation is a little goofy. I don't know if it's because it's dated or if it's just cheap. It's got a lot of, like, A-list voice actors. You know, there was Patrick Warburton, Andy Dick, Anne Hathaway, Glenn Close, Jim Belushi, Exhibit, who else? A bunch of people. So it has a good cast, and I mean, it's not like the animation was super horrible, but I mean, if you compared it to, like, Incredibles 2, yeah, it's junk. The animation was more like, not on the bad level of, like, Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron CG sucks when you watch it nowadays. Like, back in the day, it looked good, but now it's like, ugh, that's terrible. It was better than that, but it's not, like, Incredibles 2 level either. Like, so that's why I'm not sure what it is. If it's just a little dated, like, maybe at the time it looked good, but now it's like, ooh, this is kind of clunky. But anyways, it was okay. The story was okay, and it was cool how they did it. Basically, there's a crime in the very beginning, and you don't know any details, and it's a detective movie, but with fairy tales. And so each person's interviewed, and, you see the story from their perspective. And basically, obviously, at the end, the crime is solved, and, it was decent. So anyways, when we finished eating, I had bought some Skittles freeze pops, so we packed down quite a few of those. I started off with a little strip per each of us of just four freeze pops on the strip. But then I ended up getting more. After I ate those, I was like, those were good. Like, I'm thinking that to myself. I'm like, those are pretty good. So then I got, what did I get? I think I got 2 more, and then I got her another strip of 4. And then after I was done with mine, I was like, man, those are still good. So then I think I got 2 more. And then I was like, okay, we gotta stop eating these freeze pops. And then, called it a day. So we had a lot. What was that, like 8 each? So 16 freeze pops while we were watching this movie. Anyways, when the movie ended, I threw on my Switch. I have Tony Hawk 1 and 2 currently in, so that we played that a little bit. I just did single session mode at the, skate park? The first metal competition place. We did some free skating there. We used a character that I created, Barreled. I've been using him a lot because I made him, so I know all his specials, and he works great for me. He has all the specials I like and stuff, so... See, when I play this game, I like rail slide specials, because rail slide specials, you can really rack your score up. Get on a big rail, and you just grind and do the special, and your points just go to town. Versus, like, a air move, like, say, the 900. Yeah, the 900 is a high-scoring move, but it's one and done. Where a rail slide, you keep that balance meter going, and you're going and going and going, especially if you get a good area like a bowl. You just keep going and going and going, and you're really tallying that score up. And then if you, like, link it and make a combo, multiply, just keep doing the special over and over and over again, get a combo of, like, times 10, now you're really racking your score up. So, anyways, that's what I did with my guy. I gave him 3 railside specials, I gave him 2 manual specials, and then he has 3 air specials. I think that's all right. 8? Yeah. So, yeah, I can do pretty good with him. So we did that for a little bit, probably about 20 minutes, I think. The movie ended at like 8. We did it until 8:20, because then that's when she has to take her shower. And then, she ended up, I don't know what the heck happened. I thought she took her shower on time, but, like, by the time she was done and we got going, it was, like, pushing being a little bit late. Like, in order for us to get back to our mom's on time without rushing or anything, I gotta leave by, like, 8, to get there for 9, I gotta leave by 8:40. And, like, we didn't leave until, like, 8:45, 8:50-ish. And it was like, what the heck, kid? What are you doing in the shower? Why'd this take so long? I don't know. Anyways, then when we got back to her mom's, there was a big toad in the driveway. It was on my side, and then it jumped under one of the vehicles, so she didn't see it. But she heard me say, whoa, she heard me when I kind of muttered under my breath when I got out of the car, whoa, big frog. But she heard it, and she said, what did you say? And I told her, and then she was telling me a story about don't know, I guess some kid came over to play with her brother yesterday. And then when the mom came home, she was telling a story about how there was standing water or something and she didn't take care of it. And now there's a lot of tadpoles in there or something. So apparently she'll have a lot of frogs soon. Anyways, that was our Tuesday. And geez, I'm at half an hour now and I talked about just today. Oh my word, I still have so much to go. Trying to think of how to do this. I can't do these all in one shot. This is gonna be a super long video. I can't do this in one shot. It's just gonna be a super long video. I mean, if today ended up being half hour, what about the weekend when I actually have her for some serious time? You know what I mean? Like today I have her for 4 hours. The weekend I have her for 48, basically. So, how am I gonna do this? I'm just thinking though, like, I'm busy. And tomorrow's supposed to be harder, right? So I don't want to try to do this tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll just end this one here and figure out a way to bang out the other videos. Yeah, I don't know when. Oh well, yeah, so even though this I have all that intro, but it's just for Tuesday, but I guess that's it for now. So yeah, see ya.